Mare is an adventure puzzle game for the Oculus Quest. In this game you take control of a giant artificial bird as you fly across the lands of Mare. Along the way you bump into a little girl who you have to guide and protect as you both journey together, and along this journey you unravel a mysterious narrative. This game will set you back $19.99 US and can be played both seated and standing. Now in this review I'll touch on the audio visuals of the game, the gameplay, and finally the longevity, before summing up and giving an overall rating at the end. So let's take a look. We'll start with what is perhaps the strongest part of the game, and that's the audio and the visuals. I think most people would agree that this game is visually stunning for a standalone Quest title. But more than just pretty graphics, the environments have this way of filling you with awe and wonder that's really difficult to capture on this video and can only be fully realised in virtual reality. I often would take time out just to look around and take in some of the beautiful and often bizarre surroundings. It's like being immersed in a living work of art, and both stimulated my senses and captured my imagination at the same time. The audio also complements the serene and peaceful isolation of the environment really nicely, with a beautiful relaxing soundtrack that kicks in just at the right moments to enhance the impact of the surroundings and amplify those feelings of wonder. All in all, it makes for a beautiful, relaxing, immersive experience that really was a pleasure to behold. Now let's talk about gameplay. Whereas most would agree that this game's visuals and audio are of a very high quality, the gameplay is where people are going to be divided. When you consider this as a game, there's not much there in terms of interactivity. It's essentially a point and click game, and in fact, the gameplay is so simplistic it could also be played on a headset with only 3 degrees of freedom, because that's all that's required. The player is only required to look around, point and click, that's it. The puzzles are also not very challenging. The hardest of them maybe left me stuck for what is about a few minutes, but not for long. And the easiest puzzles were so easy, I'm not sure they could even be regarded as puzzles at all. So if you're expecting a game in the traditional sense, then you're probably not going to get what you were after. But if you consider this as more of an interactive movie, what is ultimately a story with some interactive elements built in, then it starts to make a bit more sense. If you are after more of a passive, casual experience designed to take you on a magical journey to somewhere that will capture your childlike curiosity and wonder without too much challenge, then you'll probably enjoy this game. It has an interesting and well-paced story that unfolds like a beautiful tapestry. There is no tutorial or talking in this game, yet you are never left confused through lack of explanation. You kind of pick things up intuitively as you go, and this is a big credit to the game designers who have masterfully created this experience to be this way. I also formed an emotional connection to the child and felt this genuine need to protect her when in danger. When you get players to buy into a game in this way, it's a hallmark of a good character and story. But even when taking in this spirit of an interactive movie, I found there are times in this game when it seemed to drag, and it does get a bit repetitive. Point here, click. Point there, click. Solve small puzzle, rinse and repeat. There is no denying the gameplay is very simple, and the beautiful environments and well laid out story is not enough to save it from getting a bit dull at times. Finally, let's talk about longevity. You'll probably complete this one just shy of the 3-hour mark. There are artifacts to pick up along the way that require you to find them and then work out how to reach them, which does add a bit extra to the game. Only once you find all of the artifacts do you get to see the full ending to the game, so there is also incentive to get them all. But all of this is just extra padding really. It doesn't really do much to stretch out the experience. All in all, when it comes to Oculus Quest games, this one is on the shorter side. In summary, I'll rate this game 3 out of 5. It's a good game that the right audience will enjoy, with breathtaking visuals that will transport you to another world and a story that will stick with you well after you have completed the game. The game will take you on a relaxing, magical journey that really is a pleasure to behold. Unfortunately, the story feels like it's over way too soon, and there is a lack of variety and a simplicity about it which creates a degree of repetitiveness. If you're looking for a unique, relaxing experience that will allow you just to sit back and be immersed in another time and place, then this one is well worth checking out. And there we have it. Mare is a beautiful and a unique game that is quite different to a lot of the other games you're going to find in the official store. It was a good experience while it lasted, and I'm glad I took the time to experience it. That's it for me for now. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, remember, hit the thumbs up button and hit the notification bell and subscribe button if you want to be kept up to date with all the latest content coming from this channel. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll catch you in the next video.